Okay, so how do we want to confirm the user's email? We want the user to click on this button and it should actually take us to a route on our web application that's going to pick up the token. So it might actually be a post or a GET request, but preferably GET requests are easier to work with. So we're going to pass the token as a parameter in our GET request, and then we're going to pick it up with our Laravel application, find the user with that token, and make sure we confirm the user. If we don't find any user, then we're going to handle the case. So why don't we do this with some test? So let's just generate a new test. So PHP artisan make test confirm email test. So let's head over to our confirm email test and drive out that functionality. So public function test a user can confirm email. Okay, so how are we going to be doing this? Okay, so how are we going to be doing it? And then send that email or fake sending the email, whatever works, and then we'll make a GET request to the confirm endpoint, then assert that the user is confirmed. So let's go ahead and do that. Create a user, we simply say user factory for our user class and create one. Okay, so right here, let's just use podcast user. We have a user. The next thing is to send that email, but I don't think this is actually necessary in this test case. So we just go ahead and make that GET request. So we're gonna say this GET, and how do we want the URL to be? We're just gonna say register confirm, and remember, like we agreed, we're going to be passing in the token into the GET request as a parameter. So what I like to do is actually use a better syntax right here. So in double quotes, I could simply attach a where token equals and pass in user confirm token right here. Awesome. So this looks better for me. So register confirm, then pass in the token. And for the response, let's just assert redirect. And in this case, we're going to be passing in the home page to make sure that the user is actually redirected to the home page. We make that request, assert that the user is redirected, and we also have to assert that the user was confirmed. This assert true that user is confirmed. Create a user, make a GET request to that endpoint, passing in the token, and then assert that the user is redirected to this endpoint, and then assert true that the user is confirmed. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna use refresh database, and I'm gonna run this specific test only. Okay, let's run it. Okay, so response status code 44 is not a redirect status code. Now, if you want to have more information about the exception that was thrown, you can actually disable exception handling. But now we know what's a 44, so let's just go ahead and create this endpoint, right? So in our web.php, we want to create a route get, which is a register/confirm, and let's just say it maps to a confirm email controller at index method. Run our test again, and sure enough, we have a 500, but let's just go ahead and disable exception handling. So this, without exception handling, let's run that. Now we have a more helpful error that says this controller does not exist. So PHP artisan make controller, confirm email controller. Now that that's created, let's run that test again. Still gives us an error because we don't have the index method. So let's just head over to the confirm email controller and create an index method. Run that one more time, and we have 200 is not a redirect status code because this is automatically returning a 200 because we have nothing here. Okay, so what do we want to do? We need to get the token from the request. So request token, and then we need to find a user where this token is valid. So user where confirm token field is equal to the token that we just got. Then let's just check if we have a user. Then we'll say user confirm, which is a helpful method that is simply going to help us confirm the user and then return redirect to the home page. Okay, so get the user where the confirm token is this token that we got from the request, and then return the user to the home page. Okay, let's try out another error. Call to undefined method confirm, that's expected. So it actually means we are finding a user. So in our user.php, let's just create a confirm method, public function confirm, run this, and we still have an error saying call to undefined method on the query builder confirm, and that should be my fault because this actually returns to us a query builder instance, right? So let's just get the first user, which is the result from the query, run the test, and we have green. That's so unexpected. Let's debug and see what we have. So first of all, in our confirm email, we are sorting a redirect. Let's dial down the user right here to see what we get. And the thing is, our factory is actually not generating the confirm token. So we forgot to update that. So our factory needs to generate a confirm token for the user. So string random of 25 characters. And let's run our test now and see what we get. Okay, expected error. Failed asserting that false is true, because obviously right here is confirmed is returning false because we are not yet confirming the user and we are trying to assert true. So in our user.php, all we need to do is confirm the user right here. So this confirm token equals null. Then we just need to save those changes. That's it. Okay, so we pull out the confirm token, we set it to null, and then we save the user object. And hopefully now our test should pass. So let's run that test one more time, and we still have a failure. And I'm going to show you why we have a failure. Because when we get the user object right here, even after we update it, Laravel does not refresh its copy for the test, right? So it's kind of like it's cached. So what we're going to do is use Laravel's fresh method to get a fresh copy from the database because we've updated, and then we'll see what we get. Let's run again, and yeah, we have green. Okay, so let's go through the system again to see what we have. We have this new test, a user can confirm email. And what this test is doing is actually making sure that the user can confirm his email. Now, we create a user, and after creating the user, we make sure that our user factory actually generates a confirm token for that user. Then we make a GET request to that endpoint, passing in the token to that method, right? We assert that we are redirected to this home page, meaning that was successful. And then we also assert true that the user is confirmed. And if we check over to our user.php, we have the isConfirm method that checks if the confirm token is null, and our confirm method that actually sets the token to null. Then we have our confirm email controller, which simply gets the token, finds a user without token, and then confirms that user and redirects the user to the home page. So we could actually inline this so we don't create a useless variable, and it's still gonna work. So let's run our test one more time, and that's good. We're good to go.